Yo, what is up, Digifams? It's Lobomon for game today, and we got a casual matchup between Imperialdramon versus D-Brigade. So we're gonna go ahead and start things off on my turn. I'm gonna Digivolve in my Raising into an EX01 Vmon, then Digivolve into an X Vmon from EX01 as well that has jamming. My opponent's gonna go ahead and hatch his Pokemon. He's gonna go ahead and, I believe, Digivolve into his Raising with the Commandramon, that's 5k. Ooh, and unfortunately, I guess he forgot to draw over here. Then he's gonna go ahead and play Dracomon, putting me to 1. He's gonna top 3 check and add the Commandramon since that's the only valid target. Now it's my turn again, and I'm debating if I wanted to go ahead and promote my XVmon since it has jamming or Digivolve it in Raising still. But I'm gonna go ahead and promote with it, and because I have the Upamon, I'm gonna go ahead and draw off due to the Inheritable since Dracomon has no materials. It's gonna survive security check with that 5k DP thanks to jamming. Then I'm going to go ahead and Digivolve into a Imperialdramon. Unfortunately, Imperialdramon's not going to restand. This is the first Imperialdramon that came out from BT1 1.5. And then my opponent's going to go ahead and promote his Commandramon. He's going to swing with Dracomon. Dracomon's going to die to Imperialdramon. And the Commandramon's going to live due to the second check since it's a 2k Vmon only. He's going to go ahead and play Iron Fist to go ahead and delete my Digimon. Basically, I'm going to have to start from scratch again. I'm going to go ahead and Digivolve in my Raising with an EX01 Vmon. Then I'm going to go ahead and play the Analog U, top 3 checking. And then when I revealed the Davis, and because I saw a green and a blue, I thought to myself, I'm activating Davis's effect. But that's actually not the case. I'm going to go ahead and just add the Imperialdramon, trashing the remaining cards. Then I'm okay going wide over here, so I'm going to go ahead and Digivolve first in my Raising into a Stingmon. Then I'm going to go ahead and play the Jamming Vmon on the board, putting him to 1. And so if I keep this up, if I keep putting him to 1 while he has no memory tamers on the board, he won't be able to go into Darkdramon for cost of 3 only. And so he's going to go ahead and swing with Commandramon. And I reveal a Hammer Spark, which is kind of unfortunate on my end because I don't have a memory tamer on the board. So I'm choking myself back to 1 basically. I'm going to go ahead and promote my Stingmon. Then from here, I'm going to go ahead and swing with the Jamming Vmon. It's going to go ahead and survive, of course. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and Digivolve my Stingmon into a Imperialdramon. I'm trying to play around Ultimate Flare, but it's technically kind of hard for me to play around it just because I rely on stacks. I need Inheritables to go ahead and make my Imperialdramon useful. He's going to go ahead and promote his blocker Commandramon. He's going to swing into my Vmon. They're going to trade off. And then he's going to go ahead and swing with his Commandramon. Checking my security. It is a 6k Mechanorimon, which I've been trying to draw into all game, but I couldn't get it. His Pokemon's going to go ahead and whip since that's a Cordramon. And so I thought I had the advantage here just because I can go multiple swings next turn, but he's actually going to play the Magnadramon, recovering +2, putting him to 5 security again. And now I'm behind because I only have 1 security check. I'm trying to play around Ultimate Flare again, just because he may have recovered 1. So I'm going to go ahead and swing into his security with Imperialdramon. It survives the first check. I'm asking if his Magnadramon has any buffs in DP, which it doesn't. So now here comes the fun part because now I get to go ahead and play the new Imperialdramon from EX01. I get to restand since it has free in its trait, and I get to suspend his Magnadramon. It has piercing and it has double color, so it's going to be a 13k DP checking. And I get to restand, but unfortunately that's useless now just because I hit into an Ultimate Flare. And now I feel like I'm behind again, but because I have so much memory to work with, I'm going to go ahead and Digivolve my Raising into an X Vmon. Then I'm going to go ahead and go wide by playing a Vmon and then playing a Madoki Betamon on the board, putting him to 1. So I was actually looking through my hand to see if there was anything else I could do. And I decided I'm going to go ahead and go wide instead. Just because of the fact that I already played around Ultimate Flare. I'm pretty confident that there's no more in his security. He went ahead and Digivolved a blocker in his Raising, and because he's at 1 memory to work with, there's nothing much he can really do at this point except to probably play maybe a Commandramon on the board, or he goes for the Izzy. No, he's just going to go ahead and play the cost 2 Commandramon. I'm going to promote my XVmon, and again, just for security measures, I'm going to go ahead and double Spark up. Then I was debating if I want to Digivolve first, but I don't want to run into any chances, and I'm just going to go and swing with Vmon first. And I do hit into an Izzy, but revealing the top 3, he does miss all black cards. And so he won't be able to gain the additional memory, which is good on my end. And now because the Ultimate Flare was revealed, I'm now able to confidently swing. I'm going to go and swing with my X Vmon, chip off security, it has jamming. Then I'm going to go and swing with the Madoki Betamon. Looking through my hand first just to make sure I didn't want to make any misplays. Having enough memory to work with so I can go and Digivolve again. Madoki's going to go ahead and swing, and it does die actually. I'm not too sure why I left it on the board, but I'm going to go ahead and Digivolve into a Imperialdramon, restand, and swing again. And then from there we're going to move to game 2. And so for game 2, my opponent decides that he's going to go ahead and go first. And so it looks like my opponent whiffed on a rookie. So what he's actually going to do is just go ahead and play the Dracomon instead, since he can't Digivolve in his raising. And then he's going to go ahead and add the Commandramon blocker. I'm going to go ahead and Digivolve into a BT1 Jamming Vmon. And then from here, I'm trying to set up to play around Ultimate Flare. So I hard dropped the Imperialdramon cost 7 from BT1. Yeah, so I decided to go ahead and do that. And at the same time, my hand wasn't really that great. So he's going to go ahead and swing with his Dracomon. Swings into Imperial and it dies. Then from here, I guess he's debating what he wanted to do next. He could go wide and drop multiple Commandramons, or he could play the Tamer so he can always reset to 3. But what's actually going to happen is that he's going to go ahead and drop the Cordramon, putting me at a 2, that way he can draw 2 more cards. I'm assuming his hand isn't that great as well. I swing with Jamming, both Jamming actually, and it survives both checks. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and drop the Dracomon, putting him to 1, top 3 checking. I'm going to add the Imperialdramon to my hand, bottom decking the other 2 cards. And so from here, because he's at 1 memory to work with, I'm not too sure if he was debating if he wanted to promote or keep it in raising. But he's going to go ahead and promote it, and that way he has a blocker on the board, that way he can try and live next turn. Cordramon's going to go ahead and swing into my Jamming Vmon, which is a smart move. You want to maintain my tempo with Digimons on the board. Then he's going to go ahead and play another Dracomon, putting me to 2, top 3, and then he's going to go ahead and add the Commandramon, bottom decking the other 2. So I'm assuming he has the Darkdramon in hand just in case he wants to play it. I'm going to go ahead and Digivolve another Jamming Vmon in my raising. And then from here, I may have game, because I do have the double Hammer Spark. He does have the 1 blocker. So what I actually need to do is bait the blocker out first. That way I can go ahead and go for game. So I'm going to swing with Dracomon first. Of course, he's going to block with the Commandramon. Top checks and it reveals an Iron Fist, so he's not going to be able to add anything to hand this turn. I'm going to go ahead and swing with Imperialdramon. Imperialdramon survives due to jamming. And then I'm going to go ahead and play double Spark. Just in case if I swing into an Izzy, I don't want to be to the point where I'm out of memory. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, spam my 2 Sparks, putting myself back to 4. Then I'm going to go ahead and Digivolve with the new Imperialdramon again from EX01. I'm going to restand into Spanish Dracomon. Then I'm going to go ahead and swing into his security. Then because I have the Imperialdramon from BT1, I get to restand once more. And then that one's going to survive the first check. I'm going to swing 1 more time, and if that's cleared, I can blitz for game. Shout out to James for helping me playtest this deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Lobomon for Game signing out. Peace.